What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be speaking about the importance of Belgium and Germany being knocked out of the World Cup and why that could be good news for Manchester City. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe. We're closing in on 28k subscribers, hoping to hit that by the end of the year, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 100 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and it is brought to you by OneFootball, who've sent me a QR code link which I'm going to put on screen, which if you're watching on your computer you can use your mobile telephone device to be able to scan that QR code, take you to the download page to download OneFootball. Thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So let's crack on with this video and let's speak about the importance then of yesterday's results in the World Cup. Now, Belgium drew 0-0 with Croatia. It means that they have exited out of the World Cup early, and it means Manchester City's representative for Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne, one of the most important players that Manchester City have got, is coming home. Now, what's more than likely going to happen here with Kevin De Bruyne and also Ilkay Gundogan, as Germany were knocked out, even though they managed to beat Costa Rica yesterday, it wasn't enough. Spain just about go through, and also joined by Japan, who have done amazingly well to top that group. So Germany come home, Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne of Belgium comes home as well. And what's going to happen now is Manchester City, because of the other players in our squad have all been given an extended time off during the World Cup, I imagine that Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne now are going to be given some time away to spend with their families. They can go on holiday, they can chill out at home, they can do whatever they want to do, as long as they're keeping moderately fit. I imagine there'll be some kind of strict food program in place along with a little fitness regime as well, just to keep their overall fitness there. That's what Manchester City will be doing before they head out to their warm weather training camp, which they've got booked in Abu Dhabi, which I think, don't quote me on this, is going to get underway from next week once the last 16 have really kicked in, and other teams now starting to exit out of the competition. To save travel, they'll travel instead from Qatar through to Abu Dhabi in the UAE, not too far away, which means then the players can head to the hotels and to their, obviously, the luxury training camps that they've got over there, and they'll rest up ready to return for Manchester City's first game after the Winter World Cup. Over here, that is the winter, where Manchester City will take on Liverpool on the 22nd of December. So what it does mean is that Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne, between now and our next match coming up against Liverpool, is 3 weeks between them, which is more than enough time for them to go away, have 7, 10, even 2 weeks away, come to the warm weather training camp, and start to improve on their fitness, start preparing for that match against Liverpool and be good to go. I am expecting to see both Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne ready to go for Man City's game against Liverpool, and also our match away against Leeds just after Boxing Day, and also our match at the end of the year, our last match of 2022, a home match against Everton. I'm expecting to be seeing a lot of Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan, and any of the other players that come home from the World Cup after the group stages are finished after today. I imagine Manchester City won't have them available until at the very, very earliest after Christmas. So you're talking the Leeds away game, depending on when they go out. If they go out in the last 16 stage, then obviously not too far between dates of the latter groups finishing in the World Cup. So we're talking Group G, Group H, etc. And the early parts of the last 16. Then they might just be ready to go for that. Leeds match would be the target, but Gundogan and De Bruyne are coming home. I imagine City will be trying to get them ready for that Liverpool game. But that's great news for Manchester City, because having a fully rested, fully fit Ilkay, Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne is a frightening thought in midfield. That's a scary midfield. Manchester City having a fully fit, ready to go, well-rested Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne are in the same team. I mean, you can put 9 other young players with them, and still I would expect magic to happen between two, arguably the best players in their positions, in central midfield and Kevin De Bruyne, and in centre-forward attacking play in terms of Erling Haaland. So that's brilliant news for Manchester City. So our squad is starting to take a little bit of shape for when Manchester City do come back for our match that we've got against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Now, it's not of high importance to Manchester City. It's not of high importance to Liverpool either. However, both teams will want to get off to a winning start. Manchester City, of course, lost our last game before the World Cup, a home match against Brentford. So Man City will want to kick on and really start to have a really good second half of the season. They can start that by having a very decent win at home against Liverpool in what I'm expecting to be a high intense, very entertaining and a very close game. Liverpool, their attack's going to be at full strength. Salah's not gone to the World Cup. Luis Diaz potentially coming back in time for that. Diogo Jota as well could be fit, ready to go for that game as well as Bobby Firmino, who's not travelled with Brazil because he wasn't called up. So they've got a lot of their attack to go. It's just Darwin Núñez that they'll more than likely be missing for that game. But that depends on if Uruguay are knocked out tonight or not. So we will see what happens with regards to that and what Manchester City are up against. So our squad starting to look like Stefan Ortega Moreno starting in goal. I suspect we're going to see Rico Lewis starting at right back and Sergio Gomez going in at left back. Centre backs, I have no idea upon. We've currently got Manuel Akanji that could be going through to the last 16 with Switzerland. Ruben Diaz with Portugal going through potentially to the last 16 and beyond from there as well. Laporte and John Stones are already at least in the last 16 as well. So at least Manchester City's centre back situation very, very short. But midfield looks a little bit more promising for us. We could choose to go with Cole Palmer. It depends on if we want to use him out wide or through the middle. If we do choose to go with him, then it could be Gundogan going in, holding midfield alongside De Bruyne and Cole Palmer. Riyad Mahrez hasn't gone to the World Cup, so he'd go on the right-hand side. Wondering who they might want to stick on the left-hand side, and then Erling Haaland going up top. So at the moment, we've just got 2 centre-backs and a left winger short of being near enough at a very competitive squad for Manchester City. So we'll be keeping an eye on who does get knocked out next. I think Man City will be keeping an eye on how many minutes some of the players are doing, because some players could be knocked out at the latter stages, of the World Cup, but not play that many minutes and could be ready to come back to City fully fit and fully prepared. They might miss out on a little break, which is why City are doing their warm weather training camp in Abu Dhabi, so they can have a few days rest. At the bare minimum, I'll be trying to get every single player having at least 7 to 10 days of rest to have completely off, non-football related, so they can take it easy. So if that is the case and City do pursue to go with that, and any of our players do reach the World Cup final, then they wouldn't be back until more than likely into the new year and beyond from there as well. So I think we'll keep a close eye on the last 16, and any players that go out in the last 16 could be good to go against Liverpool at the very earliest opportunity. If not for then, certainly I'd expect them to be back after Christmas for Manchester City's game away against Leeds United, followed by a home match against Everton on New Year's Eve to end 2022. So the last thing I want to speak about is psychology. What's this going to do for Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan? There's a lot of expectation on Belgium and Germany respectively when it comes to the World Cup. It's been called the Golden Generation, which is well and truly over at Belgium. It's seen Roberto Martinez lose his job. Well, he said he's left. His contract is up. He would have been sacked if he still had time on his contract. Belgium not making it out of the World Cup group stage which is a big shock. And from the point of view for Belgium, it's not good enough. And they're looking at a lot of their players, some of the best players in the world, including Kevin De Bruyne, and there'll be a lot of disappointment. They've had riots in the capital, Brussels, over the performance of Belgium at the World Cup in Qatar. So psychologically, it puts De Bruyne in a bad place. But he's got his family, he's got his support, he's got Manchester City. All I'm saying is we'll welcome Kevin De Bruyne back with open arms. Belgium didn't run their play through Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester City do. We know how to get the best out of Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is psychologically strong. He's a fantastic football player. I can't wait for him to return. And from a selfish point of view, I'm happy that Belgium have gone home. So we've got one of our best players ready and waiting and available for us, fully rested and fully fit, ready to go. And I'm backing Kevin De Bruyne to come back very strong, as he always does, because he's an exceptional football player. And the same can be said for Ilkay Gundogan as well. He's an exceptional football player. He's captain of Manchester City. He's psychologically strong. He knows what to do. He knows where his head is. He knows how to win football games. He knows how to play football. He suits Manchester City's system down to the ground. And I'm happy from a selfish point of view that we get a fully rested, fully fit Ilkay Gundogan coming back to us as well. The big success we have from this World Cup from a Manchester City fan's point of view is we get all of our players back injury free, and at the moment, touch wood, that has happened. So selfishly, I'm happy. Disappointed for them, of course. I imagine both Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne, they've got 4 more years in them, you would think. Certainly going to be ready to go for the European Championships. Kevin De Bruyne is younger, I think, than Ilkay Gundogan by, I think, a couple of years. But still, even so, they're both, in their early 30s. There's still plenty of time. Look at Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo going strong, 37, 38 years old. So I don't think it's going to be De Bruyne's or Ilkay Gundogan's last European or major tournament with the European Championships in a couple of years in 2024, and they might even have one last pop at the World Cup in 2026 should Belgium and Germany reach the North American World Cup in 2026, hosted in the United States of America, Mexico, and also Canada. So down, but certainly not out. Come back to us, come back home. We'll look after you. And good to go, ready for Man City's ambitions. We want to win the Carabao Cup. It's our trophy. We love winning it. We want to win the FA Cup as well. Got a big match coming up at home against Chelsea in early January in the FA Cup. We've also got plenty of big Premier League games. We've got to play catch up to Arsenal. Arsenal right now won't be happy. Gundogan, De Bruyne coming back. That's a blow to them and a big bonus for Manchester City, and also want to have that push in the Champions League as well. Come on, City. So there we go. That has been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. Selfishly, are you like me? Are you happy that Gundogan and De Bruyne are coming back to Manchester City earlier rather than what they would have wanted to? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Plenty more football and Manchester City content to come. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link is in the description. Also, you can use the QR code to go and download the OneFootball app. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, as well as the latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, and all of your good footballing needs. Thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.